All right, so we're taking a look at this chord progression, which is E, D to A. And it's basically Wind Cries Mary. He actually plays that same thing, but in F. That's a great tune to learn to get into this whole style. Wind Cries Mary, of course, by Hendrix. All right, so we have E. So it's basically, I would look at it as a 1 to a flat 7 to a 4 in the key of E, Mixolydian. All right, without getting into that. So the first thing we have is an E triad. So the first thing I'm playing is that E chord. So instead of playing to a D chord to an A chord, I'm going to play the E, then a fill based off the D major pentatonic scale that sounds the notes of D major. So I have, so the idea here is the shape I'm seeing is a D major triad with a third in the bass, so F sharp, A, D, and there's my F sharp again, and the scale, D major pentatonic. So we have E, right? Now they go to the A. I play with my thumb. And it's cool to get used to playing with the thumb because then you can really use any of these licks anywhere. If you're in a key of B flat, you're just still seeing this thumb coming over to get your bass note. And here I'm just going to hammer on, I'm barring across the top two strings of the high string. So it's E and A. And I'm hammering on this F sharp. And I'm curving that finger. So I get the F sharp and the A continues to ring. So it's the 6th of the scale. Back down. So instead of playing, I went. It's pretty because the bass is carrying through. It gives a lot more space in the song. Next time through again, basically same idea. Big Hendrixism right here. My thumb in the bass note A. I'm thinking A major pentatonic. And right there's my A major triad. So if I'm looking, I could finger this way, there's A triad, and I'm going to lift up the second finger and get A sus2, essentially, to the A. Now I don't look at it, it is an A sus2 chord, but I'm just seeing it as an embellishment from the pentatonic scale. I'm always focusing in on the A. So once again, E, now, I don't have to keep the pinky there. I can go, if you're having a lot of hard time getting that, which is a little tricky, a little hard. So I can do that, right? Okay. One thing, though, I played the chord first, and then I did a chord without playing the chord by doing the fill. So what's nice about that is we're mixing up just a straight chord with a fill. Right, something like that. It's pretty. So the third time through, I use this great Hendrix thing. And you hear that in Wind Cries Mary. What we have here is an E chord. My thumb gets the low string, muting the 5th string. 4, 3, and 2 strings with my 3, 2, and 1 finger. So it's E, G sharp, and B, E major triad. I'm going to put the 9 on top, which is the F sharp, and move it down chromatically. Then to the A triad. So I've got again. Then I go to the B. So that's another big Hendrix move there. I'm going to hammer on. Once again, I'm thinking about what can I play over the B chord. B major pentatonic. And I'm going to hammer on, which is the 6th of the scale, right in a scale fingering. Right? Then I went back down to, I'm sorry, then I went to this lick, we'll get to in a second. This move, I could throw it here, watch. I could throw it there. I don't love the sound of it there, but let's try it on the E. Right? That's a prettier sound. So a lot of these things you have to, what I call earball it, right? You play through it and does that sound good? That doesn't sound bad. It just maybe not something he would have done. So you just kind of experiment through it. But how about this thing, when I put the 9 on top? Let's hear how that sounds. Let's guess. That's pretty, right? We can do that. Or those two. So some options as I go through the song and play it more. All right, so the end lick is actually, I borrowed it from the lick that Hendrix plays at the end of his solo, Wind Cries Mary. And it follows the same idea. It's just a pentatonic scale fill. Except for right here. All right, so that line, learn this line. It's great. You can throw it anywhere. So I'm thinking E major pentatonic. And I'm going to throw in this A, which is that sus4 that we've encountered in the previous exercise. So here, I'm hammering on this from the E to the C sharp and I have my E on top. Sorry, the B to the C sharp and the E on top. Then, that's a little tricky, so I have F sharp and B. I'm going to hammer on the G sharp to the E, back and forth. Let me turn off my delay. That's a great lick. So, okay, then we're going to move down here. So this is off of E major pentatonic. So I have B to C sharp to E, back up and down. And now I'm going to hold these two notes, the B, and I add in the A, and slide it down to the G sharp. So pretty great lick. Great way to end the song, right? So if I wanted to go, so that lick you can use anywhere. A. Right? So work it out in different positions because obviously the spacing of the frets are going to be different. Learn Wind Cries Mary. That would be the first one I would say to really dig into to get into this kind of rhythm guitar playing. So there you go.